So a crazy dramatic win, an emotional win as well, especially for our first guest of the show, head coach of the Cal Poly Mustangs, John Smith. Thanks for coming on and welcome.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah, so I mean, just to start things off, we just saw Colby and Keith combining for that game winner. What was it like for you to see them, two players that have had, opportunities for game winners earlier in the season to combine for it against Cal State Fullerton?
Yeah, it was a surreal feeling. It was great to see them, grow throughout the process, and that's what this is about, a growth situation for them. Both of them had opportunities to win games early in the year, and they've learned from it and came through the second time around. So it was great to see them have that type of success.
All right, and moving on to the Hawaii game last month on the 16th, you guys fell short with just the final few seconds left in the game. What kind of happened out there in the fourth quarter? You guys came back from, I believe, a 16-point deficit with only 15 minutes to play. Then in the final seconds, there was a mispatch, maybe a miscommunication. What kind of happened out there in the fourth quarter?
Well, in the second half, we really had to go to a different lineup. We went smaller and tried to get to how we're playing now, which we've been trying to do is play faster. And that pace helped us, take control of the game and get us back into the game, and just fell short a little bit, down the stretch. But we have to do a better job of shoring up the rebounds and the turnovers in this game. So we'll see what happens.
So you talked a little bit about how you maybe kind of made some roster adjustments there and who was on the court. Are you going into tonight's game with kind of the same mindset? Are you kind of starting fresh, home court, maybe starting with your original lineup?
We have found a lineup that works for us right now, and that we're staying with it. And it's, with Mark Crow at the 4 spot, and, it allows us to play faster. So we're pretty much going to stay with that.
Yeah, and Hawaii, it's your first repeat opponent of the season. How does that change your preparation for this game?
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
It's your first repeat opponent of the season.
Oh, yeah,
How does that
yeah.
change your preparation for this game?
We take notes from the first game and really try and make sure that we make the corrections of the mistakes that we made from the first game. So the last 2 days of prep have been all about, the things that we didn't do correctly the first game and try and do them well this game, and then watch their last 2 or 3 games and see how they're playing differently. And they're playing a little bit different, so we have to be prepared for that. But the main thing is just rebounding and taking care of the ball with this team. If we can do that, then we can get out and run and get those possessions up and have some fun in here like we have been having.
So all of this team's wins have come here inside Mott Athletic Center. So what is it about playing on the road that really hasn't been clicking on the court for the team?
Well, we've been talking about that a lot. It's hard to get a win, period, Division I. And to win on the road is even tougher. So you have to have a better sense of cohesion, sense of urgency on every single play. And, sometimes things don't go your way on the road, and, it's taken us a while to bounce back from adversity. And, the guys are learning. It's a process, like I've been saying all year long, but we're getting closer to that.
Yeah, and we're at the midpoint of the Big West Conference schedule here right now. So just what's kind of your feeling about where you are at right now with the team halfway through the Big West Conference season?
Once again, everything that we do is 1 week at a time. With the Big West, you just have to take it in increments. You try and win your first game in the week and give yourself a chance to win the second game in the week. And if you do that, then you'll see yourself in the middle of the pack and where you need to be come tournament time.
So moving on to your individual players, Tuka Yakula is one of our key players for tonight's game. What have you kind of been seeing out there in the court? How have you seen him improve from the first game to where he's at now?
His confidence. Tuka's always been skilled. Last year, when I was at Fullerton, he was on my scouting report. I said, wow, this freshman can really score over his left shoulder, his right shoulder, with his left hand, his right hand. He's very skilled. But he didn't believe in that. He didn't believe how skilled he was. So every day I try and talk to him about how talented he is, and we try and go into him as much as possible to show him, how much we need him to be an inside presence. And now he's starting to see it, and he's starting to get more confident, and it's opening up the floor for the likes of Junior Ballard and Kobe Rogers and other guards.
We're going to be having former Cal Poly point guard Donovan Fields on the show later today. And I believe Jamal Johnson is also in town as well, a former Cal Poly player. Have you had a chance to talk to them, and just what is it like to have those alumni come into town and help support the team?
Oh, it's awesome. Going against Donovan the last 3 years when I was at Fullerton I came to become a big fan of his as an opposing coach, and normally you don't want to do that. But he's been great with our guys. He's been great with coming back. He was part of the scout team for us the last couple of days. He practiced with us, so it was awesome.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming on set with us, Coach. We really always appreciate you having here.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Don't go anywhere. We'll have more Mustang Game Day after the break.